I think so. I don't know. What a mess. That's a little better. Hello, everyone. I think I'm live. I think I have the link. I don't know what's happening. There's some glitches in the matrix, apparently, and I'm not sure what they are. What's up? What's up, Mr. Eddie? Hello. How are you? Eagle Scout, anything Emerson Wave? Yes, I am live. I was talking to Justin earlier. I was going to have him kind of join. It's been a day. It's been a excuse me. Echo. Fred the Love. Mm. Anything Emerson Wave? What is the day you're supposed to get that tomorrow? Is that what it said? Wednesday, I think, or I don't remember. I just shipped out the Jack Wolf that we had the problems with back to Ben to see if he can find anything. Oh, Danny Boer. Fred, you can have people join a vertical. You want to join? You can join. Hello, all. At least I think. Except for this doesn't look like it went to Justin. It didn't. Okay, hold on a second. Message. Okay, that's sent. Hold on. Experiencing technical difficulties. How are you today, Kathleen? That might work. Well, baptism, what's up? Well, we got one more. And well, talking about well, my eyes are welling up. Another itchy one today. For those of you that were in on Garrett's on Sunday when we gave the Grail Asher to Mr. Crow, that was awesome. I was glad to be a part of that. Go check out that stream on Garrett's channel if you didn't catch it. It was 3 hours of awesomeness. What's up, Marty? None for now. Yeah, we might have a joiner. I don't know what's happening. It seems like it was working, but then I sent messages on Instagram that didn't go through. Yeah, says tomorrow, says Tom. Boom. What's everyone up to? What's the good word? What is the greatness? What is the joy in your life today? I work a half day tomorrow. I have to run league, and then I'm going to be on my annual up north camping. I have to run league. Oh, sorry. Camping adventure with some buddies. So my normal Thursday live will be alternative. It might not start at the exact time. It might start at the same time. I'm not really sure. You got to play it by ear when you're not at home. It won't be through my computer for my normal Thursday. Bummed out over, yeah, moment of silence for the Aussie. I saw him in concert at least 3 times. I know it's 2 for sure. I know for 2, but I'm pretty sure it's 3, if not maybe 4 times I saw Ozzy. That's a bummer. Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened, but he was 70, what was he, 79, I think? Bummer, right? TKE's got the Ultim Titius. The Titus. I know, none for now. I didn't want, I hate to break it to you here. 76 fantastic years. Where do I go for the camping adventure? It's northern Minnesota. Here, let me get a better angle here. We're gonna do northern Minnesota, kind of up on the Iron Range. There's a bunch of lakes and stuff around there. We hit this campground that is also near some disc golf courses. So we'll go and we'll play some rounds. We'll do the camping thing, make some bonfires. Um, my buddy's parents live up there in that area, so we go up and then we borrow their pontoon boat, and so we take the pontoon out. And can't wait to see the shipwreck. Yeah, I see. I've got it on the table with a few others. I'm going to do kind of a couple things at the same time, different containers, but a couple of knives and a pen at least at the same time. Excuse me. Um, so yeah, up north in the northern Minnesota, kind of northern central Minnesota, Iron Range area, some cool lakes. We'll get out in the pontoon, do some fishing, do some just hardcore chilling. Hopefully it's warm. Did I order a crock today? What am I missing? The crock what? I'm not aware of this drop. He had a good last show. How recent, when was his last show? None for now. Eagle Scout, today's carrying the Hogue Deca and a Penguin Glide Lock. I've been debating the Hogue Deca. I like that you can get the aftermarket scales for it. Voss Steed Croc. That's why I don't know about it, Fred. That's why I don't know about it. I saw him when he was a kid with your dad. Yeah, I mean, the last time I saw him was probably early 2000s. It was like Ozfest 99, 2000, maybe 2002 time frame. It was last week, huh? So he did put on a show recently. Oh yeah. I mean, so I haven't seen Ozzy in concert in 20 years, which is crazy. That's something. What's up, Paul? How are we doing today? Carry on the Eutectic EFD today, lefty version. This one's on loan from N Valley. Neil, this is the Liang budget series, Eutectic. If I'm pronouncing that right. This is actually a lefty as well. They make these are like $80, 14C, 28, and G10, and then they make lefty and righty versions for the same price. Like what? Oh yeah, Theo from the Cosby Show also passed away. Eutectic. Eutectic. Is that what I said? Are we crackling again, Mick? I'm getting a new phone. I am getting a new phone. You can hear me over the crackling. I apologize. How bad is it? How bad is it? It is kind of crackly dackly. It sucks because the vertical lives you can't we're back. We're back. The vertical lives I can't do adjustments, and like I have multiple microphones on this phone. And when I set up like video, I can go to Pro Video and I can go like rear microphone, forward microphone, omnidirectional microphone, like multiple kind of settings. And one of them works good. One of them, I keep saying I'm going to get the new phone. Well, I'm not due for it. So it's like I was kind of waiting on it's kind of a special because Verizon does do that. I'm not, I'm finished with my contract. There he is. I finished with my contract, and I usually every once in a while they'll pop something up where it'll be like a trade-in phone or like something like that. And I'm just kind of getting by for now, but I'm due. I should just go in and do it. All right, hold on 1 second here, folks. It appears. There he is. Dude, I don't know what kind of weird. I sent you an email like 2 hours ago that still is like hanging. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, right when I came on, I said, okay, I sent Justin a link. I sent him up, and then I went and opened it up to look to see if you'd replied, and it still hasn't sent. I don't understand. Hi. And then I pulled in the email, and then I went up, and then I was like, test or whatever, and that one went through, and then I posted the link again, and then that one went through. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies, and I'm looking at it right now. It still hasn't gone. I'm having issues. What's up,
I
Rob?
think so.
Ron Dobbins. And then it popped up. I was live. I didn't know if I was live because it didn't even give me the, I don't know. What's up? Looking good. Gross. There you go. Twinsies.
We need to go live on my channel one of these days. I've got 50 hours left before monetization.
All right. Well, let's do that next time. Dan's issues have issues.
Facts. Hashtag
Did I
fact.
send them from my bad phone? It's on Instagram, Kathleen. On my phone.
That's funny. Our conversation earlier today went through just fine.
It did. No, I'm. What do I tell you?
Did you tell them the funny thing? How we sent at the same exact moment?
I didn't. I literally just popped on, and then I saw that, and then sent you the link again. And what have we been on? Like 10 minutes at the most. 12.
I was like, that son of a.
Spook dudes. Ron Dobbins, we got a little crew. So you have 50 hours until what?
I'm monetized.
I thought, oh, you needed to get to 1,000, but you still need monetized numbers. How often have you been posting videos?
Like, mostly shorts. 50 hours, that's not hardly anything.
Right, it isn't. You got to post a couple of full-length videos, because, like, if you post a 10-minute video, just for example, and then 100 of us watch that 10-minute video, that's math. I don't know the math. But you know what I'm saying? Like, make a couple more long videos, and I think those hours will just pop really fast. Is this what we're playing this game? What was that? What do you got?
EXL.
Oh, I got one of those, sure.
I was comparing this yesterday. Somebody was asking how big this is, and I pulled out my, where did it go? My Kaiser Kabox, the fixed blade, and I could hide it behind this.
It's a beefy boy.
Yeah.
It's a beefy boy.
A whole lot of 154.
Says, post a 50-hour video and he'll watch it.
A 50-hour video? You're going to watch all 50 hours?
It would be 2.5 days in the life of titanium.
That's kind of boring. It'll be a whole lot of me swearing.
It is what you make it. You know, maybe you live a crazy 10-minute video, 6 people is 1 hour. So 300 people watch a 10-minute video and you get 50 hours. And you have 300 subscribers. So you make a 10-minute video right today and you post it. Every one of us will watch all 10 minutes and you're done.
If I post a 10-minute video, I guarantee you I'm going to hit 30 views.
Have you done it?
I have videos.
A horizontal full-length video? I'm not trying to throw you under the bus, but I'm telling you, I think if you make a couple full-length horizontal videos on your phone there,
They'll watch
that's when the
6.75
hours will
minutes.
jump. The hours will
Okay.
jump.
I'm not sad. I have my Lego Kaiser slip joint.
I don't have one of those. I do like it. I love that it's yellow. Is it a double detent? Did you just flip it down? Okay, and now you can detent close it. Oh, I didn't know.
It's like a slippy, basically, I guess.
But it has that you can snap it shut. What was the knife?
But there's no
Vero.
lock. There's no lock to undo.
Right, but there's a Vero that I had, a small Vero that had that same kind of
Yeah, it's weird.
They call it
like
a double detent or something.
But yeah, I mean, it's about it's about as safe as a slippy. I mean, I wouldn't. But
right.
But I did put wheels of
novelty.
Lego I have built on this and drove it around. So
Kathleen has a good idea too. Justin, I'm going to put your playlist in the background again. Everyone can do that. Make
I appreciate that.
and then we'll just let them rip, and that'll give you hours.
And the other thing, YouTube stays like 4 days behind, so that when you reach that, it makes sure you are going to stay at that.
Dude, lately I've been watching my numbers because I was getting close to 10K, and watching my numbers is not cool because it's like I
Don't
have
do it, man.
10,000.
It'll drive you nuts.
10,012, then 10,011, then 10,008, then 10,014, and now I'm back to 10,012.
Yeah.
Dude, it's gone up and down. I gain 3, I lose 2, I gain 4, I lose 1 almost every day. And I mean, I'm not complaining, but it's like I don't like looking at that because now that I look at it, it's like, man.
But you know, some of those might be accounts that are like they shut down or they turn them off, or you know, I mean, or
yeah,
YouTube's just goofy and can't watch that or you'll lose your mind.
Robin wants to see the Lego knife again. Robin, it's from Kaiser. The Kaiser Lego knife. It's a slip joint. It's just a fun
the
little
Mini Bay. If you remember their Serape series, it's basically the same knife, but they've made Lego handles. And
it totally fits with Lego, so you can build off of it.
Yes.
Fred the Lug says the Terravantium Otter and the Vero Neuron are both high quality double detents like that. Yeah, the one I saw was the Vero.
So on a whim, I went on the TikTok shop. Okay. And you know, you can get, like, I'm a creator, so like some companies you can like request to see if they'll send you something.
Okay. I haven't even been on TikTok, so I don't know.
I did, and this company sent me a slip joint for free. They are called Elk Ridge. And it's not the fanciest. It has a resin handle, stainless steel blade. It's just one pull.
It's like a trapper.
Yeah. But it's completely centered, and there's no gaps or spacing. And if you were to buy this new, it's $13.
How solid are the blades? Similar to like a
case,
like a Rough Rider or a case.
Yeah.
So they have a little wiggle.
Not really. It's just the blades are very thin.
Mm-hmm.
But no wiggle.
Well, I have a controversial video on this case that Neil sent me to review. It's S35VN, two-blade kind of trapper. Really cool. This is like their nice bone, their nice S35VN. I would love this knife in every single way. It's super cool, but there's so much wobble back and forth like that on that blade. Every case I've ever picked up, wobble, wobble, wobble. And so that video is going to come out and people are either going to be mad or
Or they'll say,
whatever
I
because
know
I
it.
show off.
This has wobble. And this is a
Right,
big boy. This is a
right.
full-size Sodbuster.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. But that's the problem is
Yeah,
why
it
does it
definitely
wobble?
wobbles, though.
And then here's the fancy sod buster with the removable scales or whatever. This one wobbles. It's got play. It's like you can buy that $50 Rosecraft and guess what? Solid, rock
This Jack
solid.
Wolf don't got no play.
Yeah.
People talk crap about Jack Wolf. I love Jack Wolves. They're great.
So I got the new one.
Yeah.
I sent Ben the other one, and I've been testing this, and that
Oh,
other
that's
one was a rare. This does not do it at all. This works perfectly. This
good.
one's fantastic.
This Rough
So
Rider has
definitely,
wobble.
yeah, the Rough Riders and the case, man, they wobble so much. And when Jack Wolf, I mean, Jack Wolf's a little more expensive, I get that, but when Rosecraft can do it for $50,
That's the
I
thing is,
mean,
people are like, I only want American slip joints. I'm like, that's cool. I collect both. But Rosecraft, I mean, when people say, I'm like, you can buy a Rosecraft cheaper than a case, and if you're gonna use it, get a Rosecraft.
right.
And
Right. And I mean, I
Rosecraft,
would
it
buy
comes
if the
so
case
sharp.
was solid and it cost $50 more, I'd buy it because it would be worth okay, it's but they put it at a $70-$80 price. It's like, well, make it solid for 120 then, if that's what you gotta do.
Their name could sell it easy.
So Ron is asking what happened with the Jack Wolf. So it was one of these gateways. It was super rare. We handled a bunch. We tested a bunch. Talked to Ben. Luckily, Kathleen got a hold of Ben during my live when we found it. But what was happening is the spring wasn't working. You would pull
Yep.
it out like this,
And it
and it
wasn't
wouldn't
snapping
snap.
shut.
It wouldn't snap shut. It was like staying open. So like you could bump that in your pocket, and it would kick like that. And then you could push it, and it would go in a little, but still not go in all the way. And so we're thinking there was something in the machining or something where it clicks that was kind of getting held up because Ben said he in his email to me that he took a bunch of them and just kept trying to see if he could find one, and they all just closed like a slip joint should. So there was something weird. Glad we caught it. I hope he can kind of figure it out. But the new one that I got is great. Oh, geez,
And
my
that's
hands are
the thing.
slippery.
Case have their warranty, but you got to get a hold of their customer service. You got to send it in. You got to wait forever, hope that they will get you the right one. Ben takes care of it on the spot.
Right. I mean, I happen to be live, and so I mean, sure, got a little special treatment maybe, but either I would think that if
I
anyone
don't
got
think
a
so.
hold
That's
of
just how
him,
he rolls.
yeah, he would get back to anyone pretty quickly, I
So
would think. But
I got a good story. I've talked to Ben many a times, either through email, on the phone, somebody's live. So I got that new one in, the Canine Jack, the new one.
yeah, the yellow one.
I loved it. Loved it. I think it might be the best one he's ever done, right? And I've talked to him on the phone maybe 2-3 times. Usually it's through email or DMs and stuff. I was just going to leave him a nice message, just going to send over a nice voicemail. It was like last Sunday, just saying how I thought it was great. I call on a Sunday afternoon. He picks it up. Hey, Justin, how's it going? What can I do for you? He already knew it was me. And I said, the new Canine Jack. And he's like, oh no, what? I go, it's perfect. It is perfect. And he was like,
so cool.
he's like, I don't get those calls often enough. And I was like, I just wanted to let you know. I go, if it was anybody, when you come across something really special, sometimes I like to let people know. And I love Jack Wolf, but I judge them like I judge any other knife, like Rosecraft. If there's a flaw, I'll say it. If there's not a flaw, awesome. But this one was perfect,
Right.
and I
That's
just
why I
wanted
was
to let them
glad
know.
that that happened on the live because it was like it was natural. It wasn't like it was forced. Like I was trying to like, ooh, look at this or whatever. You know, it was like you could
Yeah,
see. I love the knife. I'm playing with it. Then it was like we came across the situation. It was like, wow, that's kind of interesting. And then we're discussing it. And then Ben jumps in, thanks to Kathleen, and it was very organic in the way it went, that it was just it didn't seem to be like, oh, I'm a hater, look at this or whatever, but it was definitely something where if a knife does that, that's a concern, because if it's sitting in your pocket like that and you come in for it, that could be a nasty scenario.
and so
Neil
yeah, and like
says
and
he had
Valley
an
said,
issue with
Rosecraft. Yeah, Andy,
Rosecraft.
he's very on top of stuff.
Yep, Andy is really good. I'm still waiting on my fixed blades.
You
But
haven't gotten any of them.
no,
I
not
only
yet.
have one left to see.
Isn't there 4?
There's 4. I've seen 3 of them already.
I haven't seen a single one,
I'll tell you, I think you'll love them.
unfortunately.
I think they're
I
really
got to
good.
handle them in Atlanta, so I got to play around with them a little bit. But yeah, haven't had a chance to do any reviews yet. But pass around sometimes.
It just who
I will
ends up
sit.
sometimes who you get paired with and what's
I'll
going
sit
on in their
patiently.
life. I'm not asking you to
Yep.
drop names here.
Right.
You can
I
message me
I
privately.
I just all I said in my message to Ben was KDK is live and having a gateway issue. You should check it out.
And he came right on.
Right? Yeah. It was cool, Kathleen. It was, and then Donnie even popped in too.
Oh, cool.
So I don't know if they were hanging out or whatever. Dirty Dan, what's up? I've been loving the Primo Jack. It's a fun one.
I want that canine one, but I foresee Bob loving it.
Yeah. It is cool. What are those retail for? Are they under 200? Just something like that?
185
Okay.
and 165 if you go G10. But the bone one is already sold out.
Of course it is.
But I've heard from a lot of people the Rich Light one that's kind of like a purpley whatever. It's got like it's cut like bone. It's got like the saw cut style. Heard a lot of people really liking that one too.
Right. Donnie's hanging out right now. Love it and don't love it for $300.
Well, it's
300 bucks is
185.
range. I did have a pass around. I got my first kind of Tucson, although it's been
Thank you,
modified.
Oh,
It's kind of fun looking though. Whoever had it, it looks like they did a dye job to this part here, because I think they only came in blue. And then it looks like they acid etched the blade, and I'm not sure if they cut the hole. The ones I could find had like a nub in that hole, or maybe the nub just comes out. But it does have a titanium handle, and I like the action on it is just kind of fun and snappy. Not extremely expensive knife, and I don't know much about Tucson's. I know a couple people
I've
that,
never held a Tucson, but there's definitely a couple I've really had my eye on before.
right? Well, there's a couple people we know that have collections of them that they like them. So
So like,
there's
people
definitely
start collecting those.
something to be said. I think I'm going to pick up this one from this is in a pass around from Fred.
Oh, I was thinking about that. I've kind of got to be little tight on funds right now, but I've got that saved as one to pick up.
Oh, the sound is so dumb.
I know I love it.
It's great.
So I don't know if you'd heard in my lives I talked about a month ago. I did
Okay.
a deep clean of my office, and I just boxed everything up. Garbage, used art supplies, good art supplies, knives that I need to get a case for. And it
Okay.
was garbage day, so got everything out right away. And I did not throw the garbage out. I threw the box with half my knife collection. Lost it. So yeah,
What?
lots of good stuff went. So, and having a channel, you don't want to review the same things, but some things you just love.
Yeah.
So I ordered the CMB I lost, my Explorer, because I could afford to replace that one.
Oh my God.
I mean,
Oh
all
my
the good
God.
stuff, man. And I'm not doing that for sympathy or anything. I'm just happy
What?
to get this back in my hand. One of these. These CMBs are great, but
Uh,
so
that's a bummer. Hi, Kevin. What the hell? Edwards.
hey, Stacy.
Carco, Stacy. Cooking
So
cheeseburgers and tots. Oh my God. I don't even want to think about that, Justin. Ugh.
thank you, Waylon.
Justin, Waylon has your playlist on 2x speed.
That's right, Dan.
Dirty Dan, are you interviewing a better looking Jack Black? Sure. I mean, better looking, yes. Jack Black, I mean, I could
I like
see
Jack
it,
Black.
but he's all right. But you're Titanium Justin. I mean, know what I mean?
So
My
it's just
man,
been like when I don't have pass around stuff coming through, it's like, okay, how many times have I showed this one knife that you know what I mean? Like trying to make
right.
content. So it's just been interesting, but
I totally hear you on that because I bought the saber tooth recently because I had Neil's Wolverine, and then the saber tooth and the Wolverine came out with the texture, and I was like, okay, boom. And so then I got the bigger one, and I love it so much. I'm like, oh, I
now
really
you
want
want
the
both.
Wolverine, but that's another $140. I've already got one here that I've reviewed.
Yeah.
I already have this one here. So as far as like to get it for you, like I'd be really getting it for me. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like in that, like, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that if you can afford it.
Right.
That does happen.
But you have to think
But
about like how you're gonna purpose that.
at least it helps when you buy something. It's like, okay, I can make a video on it. I can make a few shorts on it, make some content, have it in like a comparison video and use it for other things in the future.
Oh,
It makes a justifiableness to the purchase.
well, that's good to know, Cliff, because I'm gonna give a good review for this slip joint, especially if you can buy it online for $13. Um, glad
What
to
is
know that
the?
you like the fixed
Did they
blade.
give you a link?
No, just a
Penn
TikTok one.
Valley. Neil. Neil says I should sell the Super Hawk and then buy a Wolverine.
That Super Hawk is cool.
It is pretty cool, and it was a gift. I mean, I kind of like it. I kind of want to do a flipper tab delete to it because it's got the hugest flipper tab on the
That would
planet.
be my thing. Yeah.
And I mean, I could still do that and sell it. I'm having problems with the flipper tab hit my finger. But I still go like this to close it. So I don't really need that flipper tab for like dropping it to my thumb or anything like that. And it's like You could almost forge an entire knife out of that flipper tab once you cut it off.
That's a great price, Christopher, on that. Wow.
S90 Freak for $189.
That's a Benchmade.
How much does that usually go for?
Double.
Oh, really? Why would that be? Like, they never go on sale like that. I wonder why that is.
Mhm. But Ron, yeah, definitely RIP to Ozzy. I was lucky I got to see him twice, and always a good show.
Yep. I got to see him a couple times. It was over 20 years ago, but
I
back
saw
when he started the Ozfest tour, like in the late 90s, was
I
like the first
saw
time I saw him.
the original Black Sabbath lineup at Ozfest 99. And then I saw his Merry Mayhem tour in 2001. He came in on a giant sleigh from the back of the venue and it came down from the
Fun.
ceiling. And I had friends that always had connections, so I couldn't get anything to that show, but I got a kind of stand like by where photographers get a stand. And I was
Mhm.
standing next to Sharon the whole show, and I could never get the nerve to say hello. But
It's like she's right there, but you're just
like
yeah.
closest person to me.
Sharon! Man, that was an eternity ago when that show was on, too. Oh my God. You don't even, that's like a
Yeah.
whole other world.
And to think like everybody, I remember when that
Wow.
show was on, everybody's like, he's so old. He was like 50. Like
hmm So apparently, Sportsman Warehouse has a bunch of deep discounts on their stuff right now. If anyone's looking for a deal,
we do not have any of those in my area. You have one up in Minneapolis,
you
right?
should be able to order from them though.
Hmm.
I wonder if the sales are still on online. I'll look it up.
Well, I have to I gotta be very stingy. I've got
Right.
a big art project in the works, so a lot of money is getting funded into that.
Okay.
I did sell
Interesting.
some art recently, which is wonderful. Like a bunch of pieces to one person. Um,
That's
but
cool.
I've been trying to save up for the new TRM Bulldog with the bigger thumb hole. And
Oh yeah.
here's the problem I'm having. I got one from them to do a giveaway with, and I loved it. It was G10. It was the old style, and it has a bigger thumb hole, so that's even better. But I had some people telling me I have to buy the titanium one because I'm titanium Justin. But the difference is the G10 is like $230. The
Right.
titanium is $390.
$140
But
more.
I'll use a $220 knife. I can't justify a $400. That would be so much more
Yeah,
expensive than that'd be the most
that's
expensive
that's
thing I'd
the
ever done.
that is a there's a I don't know what the word is, but there's a cusp of like comfort, like regardless of how if you can afford it or not at the time or whatever to justify spending over $300-400 on a knife, it's like I gotta really want this one, or and you're like
And content wise, it makes no sense because I could buy that and buy a couple others down the road. And I
right,
shouldn't just use my name as a reason to spend so much money. You can then buy.
correct.
There we go. Christopher says buy the G10 and then just buy scales later.
Right.
That's the way I
That's
should
true. And then you
think
can
about
save
that.
up for scales. And then maybe you could find some aftermarket scales that come out that might look really cool or whatever. I
Yeah,
thought about doing that with a few different knives as well. So that's the thing. And also it's like, what if you don't like the knife? Or like, if you get the knife, you love it and you want to use it all the time, then maybe a titanium version is in order. You know what I mean?
but I've handled the
Like when I
G10
got my
one and I'm
first.
fine with it.
Right. Well, but I get a Towser K and I love it. And it's like, ooh, they have that one in my Micarta. I don't have the Micarta one yet. And I
Yeah.
got that. And I'm like, ooh, I really like this. And then I got the the mini Towser with the frag titanium was like, okay, this is it. You know what I mean? But it was like a knife that I love. I have 4 of them right now.
Right.
So, you find a knife that you love, then all of a sudden it
Right.
becomes more like, ooh, I do want to get that copper one and do a shipwreck with it or whatever.
But I mean,
So maybe then you
that's
try
to
the
me
one
that is a fortune. Like
that Fookdoozle's right. That math don't math on price difference. Like seems like a big jump.
yeah.
Like 30, 40, $50 more maybe. What else is like a blade steel big difference too or something?
No,
Or
they're all 20 CV. But they in-house, it's in-house American made everything. They water jet their own scales. They do the whole deal. So,
neat. Neat.
and
I don't see
Christopher
a lot
says on
of
TRM you don't have to remove the pivot to switch the scales, which is awesome. So, thank you, Christopher. I can justify the G10, and that makes me feel good. So that's
right. And if like because I watched the who was a tri-state video, I think he got one, but he was talking about how much better it opens and like how he's had issues with some TRMs, whereas like they don't always have a super snappy action and might not flip out as good as some others
but this new
maybe.
one's supposed to be completely redesigned on the inside.
But the
So
new
I'm very
one is
excited.
supposed to be like awesome because I had that holy nerd for the giveaway and I love the way it felt in the hand. Oh, like just incredible.
Yeah.
But I'd go to open it and sometimes I'd had to give it
Sometimes it
a
would
little
stick
more.
almost. Yeah.
Right, like you really that would be something that you would be like, oh, this needs skiff bearings or needs a little bit of upgrade to the whatever. But the new one, it looks like seems to be they've figured it out.
Yeah, Dan, they do their own titanium work. So they have TRM, but then they also have a separate business that they had first where they did all titanium work for tools and companies. That's right. I was made in America.
Lanyard Man says he uses this. Except
That's
for you
nice
don't.
looking. I've never
I've got
had
it.
a Chris Reeves in my hand.
I've got Lanyard Man's right now. This is
Is
kind of a
it does
similar thing where it opens nice, but like the drop
hmm.
takes a few shakes to get her to go. And apparently he hates this. If I were to keep flicking it out like that, Chris would just roll over in his unhappiness. It's a fun knife. It's a fun knife.
Yeah, Halpern Titanium. They're doing so much titanium work for themselves. They're one of the companies that I've talked to about my pry bar. Thank you, Fook. But right now there's just so many people trying to get work done. It's like you talk to a bunch of companies and get in line,
And you're
but
back there.
and I have no problem. I love my overseas stuff, but I think at the price point it'll end up being at having it being made here. Oh, that's a good idea. I know Hillary. I never know to ask for discounts, but
Yeah,
that's a good
Hillary's my
idea.
contact too. They were supposed to send me that fixed blade, and I got the email about them sending it to me before I went to Atlanta.
They make their own titanium. That's cool.
Hmm. Yeah, Fred, they were supposed to send me that fixed blade, and I never got it, and I haven't heard back from them. I suppose I could reach out again, but
Hey Shay, how's it
wow,
going?
it's been a while. Long ass day. Much love from Shay.
Well, I will say this, Dan. It doesn't hurt to shoot a message because they got some out, but I heard that
They sold out.
they've been selling out of everything day of. Like
Right.
like they're taking pre-orders for this bulldog right now. You pick out what you
Right.
want, and then they send it in August.
Well, they asked me which one I wanted before they even released them the first time.
Yeah,
And that was before Atlanta. And I mean, I'm not complaining or whatever, but it, you know,
I know. I
I
got
was
you.
excited to get it, and here we are. Time just goes by, and the next thing you know, you realize you're like, wow, that's been a few months. But I suppose I could reach out.
Yeah, they're super nice. Iowa, how's it going, man?
We got Iowa up in here. Fred doesn't like CRKs. They have to be worked in too much. Maybe that you could get a job being a CRK breaker inner. Send me your CRK. I'll break it in for you.
After a week, you're just gonna be like, forget it, and throw them out.
Well, I wonder if it's something you could do, like if you were to set up, like, like you figure out this, like, oh, well, I take the bearings out and I do this,
You're
and then
gonna
I take
skip it.
this and I
You're
do
gonna
this,
skip
and
your Chris Reeve.
I polish this and be like, see, this is how it was when they sent it to me, and this is how it is now. Give me
I need to do the
$100.
same, Iowa. I need to go mow too. I heard it's gonna be crazy hot the next 2 days.
Oh yeah, I
It's not a
mowed.
pre-order, it's a
I'm good.
pre-sale.
I'm good for
Okay.
another week. What's up, Brian Dixon? YouTube
Thanks.
Music Portal.
For correcting me on that, Fred. I appreciate that. I don't like to have misinformation.
What's a pre-sale?
The Bulldogs,
Which Bulldogs?
the
Oh, the
TRM.
TRMs. I'm like, wait a minute, where are we going? I just saw it was not a pre-order. So when are they actually going on, or the pre-sales? So how
Right
long is the
now,
pre-sale?
you can
Well, but it goes until when?
I don't know, but you can go on their site right now and build it and pay for it, and then they say it ships in August.
I don't have any. That's money.
um,
More money.
so it's gonna get really hot the next 2 days here, and I was like
Yeah.
curious as like I know it gets hot, but I'm always wondering about like our weather. And they said it's because the corn sweats are happening.
Oh, it's the corn sweats.
Have you heard of
Sure.
that? Like
I've
once the
never heard of
corn's
corn
about fully
sweats.
grown, apparently it releases a whole bunch of moisture in the air or something, and it creates this
And create some
crazy
humidity or
humidity, and it
something.
gets crazy hot.
Weird. Weird. Yeah, Chris, it was the tag along, the little fixed blade. That was the one.
The corn puts off humidity. Yeah. Oh
I
man,
have not heard anything about corn putting off humidity.
it's a
Although in
thing.
Iowa, there's more corn there. Maybe it's if you have miles of corn.
I live in town almost, and I could throw a rock and I could hit a cornfield.
Hmm.
But so yeah, I was glad to get this back in because it's just so nice, and it's my Carta even, Dan. My Carta.
Ooh, gotta love the
You
micarta. We're
really
gonna
need
turn
it.
you.
I think you would love this. The
I'm too far
Explorer.
north for any corn shenanigans. They don't. It doesn't work up in Minnesota. There, Fred says get a CRK with the Rainy Valentin dual action modification, which makes it smooth and works like bearings. See, that's what I'm saying. Some dude was like, hey, yeah, send them to me. I'm Rainy Valentin dual action modificationalist. Send it in. Give me $100. I'll make that baby smooth.
Probably on a machine. It's
You
nice
figure
in
out the
San
trick.
Diego. It's in the 70s. He's gonna barbecue. We're welcome to stop by. You want to hop a plane, Dan?
I do. I do. I'm hungry. Nice
Well,
here in
let's go to
San
San Diego.
Diego.
So tomorrow's low is 90.
The Valentin mod cease and desist. Yeah, I don't even know what, I'm going camping all weekend. I don't know what the temperature is gonna be up northern Minnesota. I better check. I'd prefer it to be hot though, because we're gonna be on the lake. Last year it was kind of cold, and so jumping in the water was like,
Yeah.
later, Fook. What's for dinner? Oh yeah, gonna be hot for a little while, says Alex. The old J-Dub.
Dan's DNA is on it.
I bled that thing. I bled it out.
Yeah. Are you the one that put all the little snail trails on it too?
Ew. No, I just got blood all over it, you know.
Well, it got me first too, so it's okay. That's stupid sharp.
It's a great knife. I mean, if I were to get one though, I would have to get any of the other versions that have the bolster lock on it.
Same.
You know, I mean,
That's a problem for me.
right. It's a bummer, but I get it. There's a lot of, but you know what the interesting thing is like I'm using this one as an example, the Spidey Chef, right? So look at that. That is a solid frame lock right there. I'm gonna put my thumb on it nice and hard and flick it out, no problem at all. And I'm talking, we're putting thumb direct pressure directly on it, and it doesn't matter. So why is that on so many other models that you
Especially
put
the
even the
expensive
slightest,
knives.
even the
Bolsters.
slightest pressure, and it's like, oh, locked up. But this one, oh, no. Yeah, it's
Bolsters
an
are
expensive one.
better and they are classier. And the
Oh yeah.
bananas.
But I still have tons, you know, like this one here.
That's different. That one's so big that it doesn't matter.
Right. And so in some cases, it's like they make it work. It's like, use your other hand, is what everybody would say.
That's one of the
82 in
ones I lost,
Alaska.
Dan.
I don't, I,
It's a good one.
yeah, bro. I love this knife. Yeah. Ugh. That's rough.
It's keeping me humble. That's what I keep telling myself.
I don't know. I'd be pretty mad. I'd be pretty so annoying with the frame lock. Yeah, when it does that, it's for sure. Fred
That's why
was
I
there
love
when I
Finch.
bought this one.
Finch bolster locked most of their knives. So
It seems to be a newer thing. I'm loving it. Like on my stout.
see, Devo knows
Dude, I
what's
mean,
up.
that's what's up, bro. Just get in there with my little fully lefty stout. Mmm. 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 Bolster locks are choice, dude. So choice. But does it sin? I can cheat where I can do this. I can go like this. Ready?
Yeah.
Did
Hey,
that?
where's that tuning fork?
Dude, this is so fun. I'm gonna have to buy this from Fred and then take it apart. Because you can see that tuning fork set inside of there. It's
Oh,
inside shape. You can see it. There's at least 4 or 5 little, it's a flat plate that they screwed inside right there. That literally is a plate that looks like a comb, like that. And so it's screwed in here, here, and here. So all of those are just floating in the middle.
that's
And
cool.
so those are what are causing the ting. It's I don't know why it makes me so happy. The new Nimble X lock bar doesn't care. It opens every time. So there you go, the Nimble X, another premium. That one's, what are those, like 280, 300? But that's good to know. So the Nimble X, you can put your finger on that lock and it still works. I want to be able to pull up my knife and move it open and not think about where my hand is. Yes, Chris. Yes.
So, a knife that is very overlooked. And I know you have this knife. And I have one on the way to somebody now. BTF.
Yeah, they're.
And
this is a really good knife.
Shay won a giveaway, and he has the white carbon fiber on his way to him right now.
Yeah, this is a great knife. I love it. The thumb disc works really well.
It does. Great action.
What is this? Is this S35?
Mine is.
Yep. And the grooves on the handle kind of give it nice kind of texture and feel.
I would change the pocket clip maybe, but that's about it.
Yeah, I don't mind the clip. Yeah, this is a fun one though.
That's right, YouTube music portal. That is.
The Brotherhood of the Traveling Land. If you take it apart, when you put it back together, it might not sing the same right, because I can adjust that screw and make it sing different. So I want to mess around with that screw and play around with that too, and just kind of see what we can do with it. It's kind of fun.
The disc studs are great, especially for reverse flicking, of course. And the nice thing is with this knife, the way it's designed, it's like the perfect spot to put your thumb.
Right. It just sits on there nice, and it's kind of lifted up just enough that it kind of feels like a button.
This is not as round. This is more of a rectangle of a disc, I guess. I know some people don't like the discs. I do. They work well for me. So
yeah, I was turned off.
Yeah, Fred, the Tarkin is amazing.
Concept Tarkin. I don't know if I've handled that one.
It was kind of unassuming to me until I got one in my hands, and I was like, man, the action on that thing was ridiculous.
It's such, I barely need to get to it, and it just flips out really nice. It's like just easy, and it's got a good detent on this one. Pulls it in good, so it's just got the right amount of strength to it.
And things we've went on about, stumping knives and whatnot. You were like, oh, I don't stump folders. I've stumped this many times, and it keeps going. It's still crazy sharp.
Anything. Rather than not stumping, I don't throw knives at all, I guess. I bought some throwing knives for specific to mess around with that in the yard, and I still haven't even done that.
It's so much fun, Dan.
I
want to get a competition. So what I do think is funny is if you watch MC's videos, he throws those budget knives like 100 times before it sticks. Casey's like one in, one in, one in.
Well, he's also throwing them sideways 10 feet across the yard at a pallet that's not even stable.
You should throw him at his fence.
But you know what I mean? Like, at least, like, Casey's throwing at a solid stump that's down, that's not moving. You're throwing down rather than 8 feet across at this thing that's going like this and just chaos.
And he does that, because then it's funny as they smash and stuff.
Right. But then he takes some expensive ones and does it with them too. Which...
that's when I'm like, no, I'll take that. Please don't throw it.
He can afford to do. He can afford to do. I should leave it alone, Kathleen? I feel like if it's an instrument. This is an instrument. And I think that is great. But if it's an instrument, we should be able to tune the instrument. I should be able to take it apart.
Is what she's saying. What if you open it
Well,
up and
yeah,
then
but
it makes like a fart sound every time you open it? I mean, that's funny, but it's not the same.
yeah, yeah. I guess I feel confident enough. I've taken enough knives apart that it's literally a plate just attached on the inside, and I just want to get a better look at it. That, like button locks and certain like crossbar locks with Omega springs and a lot more things you got to kind of hold and squeeze and push and not have fly off, versus this is like a very simple frame lock, or liner lock with a plate in the middle.
I hear you on that, Shay.
But you never know.
Fred, I don't know, but my guess is since we haven't even done the Christmas stuff or the wooden knife stuff, that it's
It'll be
probably
like
not
4 years
happened yet.
from now. Yes, Fred. I decided we're gonna. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna limit. I want to control the group. Does that make sense? Well, like, I don't know. There was a couple people that it was like they're not really. Not that I'm saying I need you to be a member or something like that, but like it's just the name of a person that has been in the chat a couple of times that.
You want to make sure they're gonna pass it around and not just sit
And not
on
just
it
steal
or
it. I mean, yeah, I have an address that they're locking themselves into an address, but it like I kind of want to be like, oh well, I know that these 10 people are all like Fred's and Kathleen's and Justin's. That it's like you literally see them in lives all the time, and like it's not that I'm saying some of the people are gonna be shady or.
Oh, I get that.
That without, I'm just trying to just. Yeah, and I've been so busy. I don't understand how it's into July. I don't have enough time in the day and life to do all the things I want to do. I'm so behind. But I had
Wait,
that
wait,
passed
wait.
around.
Kevin Smith and Knives wasn't invited. Damn.
We haven't done it yet, Kevin. I thought you were in.
Can I say something?
You can say anything.
Not long after I started my channel, it was like practically all Microns. Because it was what I could afford. Kevin Smith was the first person to ever send me something to review out of his own collection. He sent me a box of like stuff I was like just blown away. Kunwus, Winter Blades.
Right?
He is the most awesome. Trusting me with stuff like that,
Right. Because yeah. Yeah. But when you see people all the time versus people you've barely seen, it's like I don't want to not include people either, but it's like I've seen.
Robo wants in too.
I thought he was. But
I
again, I haven't even
I
completed. What
have
is wrong with
zero
my?
knowledge of things. I'm just reading the chat. And before I forget, Blade Walker really could use some good vibes. He really could. He's having a rough go right now, and we need to send him some good vibes.
For sure, vibe out to Robo. It was nice that he was able to get on the live with Gareth on Sunday. That was cool. Gareth's live was great.
That's what we need to do, Stacy. It's just when you get Discord on this. Oh, I appreciate that, Fred. That's super helpful.
I'm trying to lock it down, Stacy, for sure, and we'll get a hold of everyone on the Discord. And
he's pushed through a lot. I hope, Titanium Justin.
somebody will post a link in a second, Chris. What's up? Yeah, Kathleen, I know it is in good shape right now. Maybe I'll just keep it together. But I did want to see if we could, maybe there is a tone that's better. Maybe it when it's a little bit higher pitched or lower pitched ting, it tings better, and we don't even know that.
You know what we need? We need to make an email calling ourselves like Try iState to the company. We would love to review this. They send us a second one. We can open it up, do whatever we want to it, see how it sounds, and then it's okay if it breaks. Thank you,
It'll be
Kathleen.
fine. There it is. There's a link, Chris Hinkley. Check them out. We're trying to get them 50 more hours to get them monetized. And then you start making the big bucks and start making.
I can start almost covering my shipping.
You might make 30 to 50 bucks this month.
That would cover about a third of my shipping.
Right? Yeah, it's a labor of love. It's
It
a
is,
labor
yeah.
of love.
I mean, that's what I say when people ask me. I say, you really want to make content, right? You'll get a
You gotta want it.
check cool stuff out along the way, but you gotta want to make the content and engage with the community.
Right. I'm at 10,000 subs and I'm still not in the green, so
I don't believe there is
there we
such
are.
a thing anymore.
Well, when you see people that go full time, that's got to mean something, because in order for me to go full time, it would be significant.
But I think it depends on situations. Like some people might have a significant other that has health care they can get on.
Right. That's true. That's true. But what I was getting at is the people that are kind of doing it on their own. And like right now, my full-time job is great and it does great. And it's, if I could spend that time on something else, that would be cool. But it's going to take quite a bit for me to even consider it, like with the pay, with the benefits, the insurance, all of that stuff wrapped up. It's like, in order to give that up, you would have to be doing pretty good. You know what I mean? Go cut that grass, Kevin. Go cut it.
And then there's the upgrades, upgrading to a new mic, upgrading your lighting, upgrading,
right? Right.
It's like it never
Wow.
it never really stops. But it's fun.
Fred saved $950 on shipping fees with Pirate Ship. So
I
how much
believe
did
that. I
you
use Pirate
spend?
Ship. It's
How
way
much did he have to spend to save $950?
I mean, I think they save you on average like 30 to 40% sometimes.
Well, but yeah, so that's a couple thousand.
But he saved $1,000.
Yeah,
I mean,
think about it that way, Fred. You saved $950.
does YouTube offer a 401k?
Wow.
They don't even offer us 4K resolution.
That's something. That is something. Everyone's talked about that, and I still haven't. I guess I don't really ship all that much. And then like if I ship like just a knife, like if I just put a knife in the mail, it might cost between $6 and $8.
Well,
So how much would that cost?
Now it's looking like $11 for what used to cost $6. It went
What
up
now?
last
What do you
week.
mean now?
They raised prices last week.
I mailed something today. I mailed the same thing I always mail today, and it was like $6.90.
Well,
and then I mailed a big box, and like it was $20.
Well, that's where it gets, like we're in the Rosecraft, Jack Wolf. I'm in a lefty one. I just got into a Katua one, and then there's people that Burkles, who does the Cerakoting, he's sending me some stuff to make videos for him to help him get stuff out. Then that's like 4 fixies I got to ship. It's
Right. Right. It adds up more than like that's the thing. It's like you do a giveaway and it's like, okay, I bought these knives. I spent a couple $100 on knives and stuff for giveaways, and then I gave away 8 things, and then it ended up being around $7 to $12. Some of them were more because they were larger package, so it'd be like $10 to $12 packages times 8. Like it was like another $100 just to ship the giveaway.
Well, I
It
might,
does cost.
I might, like the Rose Craft and the Jack Wolf is like a guaranteed. We know what we're getting each month. But some of these other ones where I can pick and choose, I'm gonna have to cut back on those. I think just try to save a little bit.
Right. Right. There's just so many cost factors. I'm
Well,
trying
and
to
then
work on a couple
I'm
things too. I want to get a camera, but I do need to get a new phone. But I've been looking at maybe getting a camera for actually making the videos, because I have my cameras that I stream with, and they're great. But if I make videos with them, I can't post them in like 4K.
What about like a
Which,
GoPro?
well, yeah,
I mean, you couldn't use it for lives because I think there's like a lag, but like I think you
yeah,
can
I have a
good money.
GoPro that I've used for when I flew my drones and stuff, but the lag is a thing. But ultimately, I'd like to get a camera that like I can shoot like 4K quality video with, that I would basically just use for making the videos, and then maybe also partially for live streaming. But the ones I have, they're good. But if you're limited to 1080 at a max, I feel like it's better. Like when I film on my phone, I shoot it in 4K and then I upload it, and you can bring it up to 2K or whatever on YouTube, and it's looks pretty sweet.
I'll tell you what, in that group chat, post that you're looking at phones and cameras, and I'll tell you, Tri-State's in there, and he's giving me good advice for
Right.
editing equipment. I mean, these guys know how to save money and get good stuff.
Yeah. Well, I could tell you, Tri-State. Well, if I ask him about a camera, the camera he recommends is going to be 1,000 plus.
That's why you ask the group. Or Lefty. Look at Lefty. He does everything on
Yeah.
his phone still.
Well, I love my phone, except for I dropped it and now it's overheating and stuff. But I have the newest, the Galaxy Ultra. It shoots. I can film in 8K if I want, but I
That's what
don't
I
because
have. Yeah.
there's no reason. Like I made an 8K video and it was 3 times larger than a 4K video. So if you make an 8 gig video, now it's 24 gigs to make like a 5-minute video. And then you go to render it, upload it, it's like just huge. So it takes that much longer. And I don't know, I don't even really watch anything in 4K, even though I can on my TV in the living room. It's basically on 1080,
Yeah. I mean, if I were you, I would worry more about the phone because it's so much more versatile.
Well, right. I've got my phone, but the one thing I like
But if you want to
about
upgrade
the
it,
idea of
it doesn't really-
the idea of having a camera is now I'm not using my phone, and I can buy a second battery for my camera, and I can like now film all day long, and my phone's over there.
Well, like
You know
I
what I
have a
mean?
couple of these anchors, whatever you call them.
Yep.
They take like 2 hours to charge full, but if it charges to 100%, that means I can get 2 full charges out of it on my phone. So
Right. Well, yeah,
between
but then you have
filming
it.
and
You have to now.
editing, I can
You have to strap
I
it to it
probably
or have it there.
charge my phone overnight, and then I will have to use um the full charger as well because of between lives and filming and editing. Um, I go through a lot of battery, but
Before my phone had my problem and it was overheating, I was able to to live stream a 3-hour day, listen to YouTube videos and stuff for 8 hours at work and not use my battery. Like I could go a whole day and use the shit out of it, and it's
What's your
fine.
screen resolution? Like how bright do you have it? That's a huge.
All the way up.
That's what's making it get hot. Because I do that to film.
Well, no, because it didn't get hot. I had this phone for over a year and a half, and I did the exact same stuff, and it never overheated. And as soon as I dropped it, I cracked the screen. They replaced the screen. Now my microphone doesn't work right. It gets it's just there's something wrong with the phone. The phone never overheated. I would listen to it for 8 hours at work, and I would use 20%, and it would be cool as a touch. Now in 3 hours, I've used 80% and it's hot.
Yeah. See, I dropped mine last year on a Goblin XL, and it cracked the screen, and they said it was better to replace the phone, so I just did that.
Right. Well, it was free. I didn't have to pay anything. They're like, well, you still owe 5 months on the phone, and we'll do a screen replacement for free. And they came to me. I didn't even have to go anywhere.
They were
I
going to
told them
charge
I'm
me
at work.
$1,000 for a screen.
Dude came to my work. I gave him my phone. He went out to his van. He fixed it. He came back in.
Well, I wouldn't say he fixed it.
Well, yeah. Although the screen
That's
was
the best
jacked
problem
up.
ever.
What? Just too hot to the touch.
Oh man.
Pirate ship is free. You should use it if you ship often. Well, right, but how much does it save me if I'm doing $7, $7, $7? It's like,
let me put it this way. Are you writing out your package labels and taking them, standing in line, and then paying and then leaving?
And it eliminates all of that. Because then you just go in and you hand it to them.
Right.
Because you've already printed your label. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I still did that.
And it saves everybody's address. So if you type in like Justin, it's going to self-fill all of that.
Right. Right.
But it says that on average 30 to 40% saved. I see usually more like 25 to 30, but
yeah, I'll just start doing that. But
I find it very easy to use. It's like really user friendly.
I gotta go turn my AC up a little bit. I'll be right back. My fan's not even on.
Oh no!
What?
Don't melt the knives. Huh. Yeah. It's weird when you gotta like replace your whole phone. And I remember when it used to be cool to get a new phone before you had to do everything on it, and now it's, it like saves your passwords and everything, and you don't want to have to go re-enter all that. But seriously, if you guys haven't checked out a CMB before, they make a really good high end and really good budget knives. Yeah. While Dan is going to the bathroom, Dan forgot his poop knife though. Melting gas station knives down to make one ultra. Robo, we could do that and make it gas station Damascus. That would be pretty cool. That's awesome. Gas mask. That's awesome. One gas station to rule them all. Pixel does make the new phone transition seamless. That's nice. I'm still rocking Galaxies. I have the newest one in the like biggest form, mainly because not only do I do my knife content, but like I do my art content. I gotta post like 100 times a day. It's ridiculous. Did you wash your hands, Dan? Did you forgot your poop knife?
I know, right? I had to karate chop it. It was a hog. It was an absolute hog. Luckily, the consistency was soft, so it just kind of was like going. Imagine like if you hacked a Twinkie, it would just kind of just just.
Don't ruin Twinkies.
That's a big Twinkie.
Did you see who was it?
Yeah,
Was that Casey who got sent a knife and he opened it and they instead of wrapping it with bubble wrap, they encased an entire case of Twinkies around it. That's the dream.
I mean, they have a shelf life of forever.
That's right.
Or at least close to forever. When's the last time you had a Twinkie, though? I mean,
oh my God, it's been a long time.
Comment in the chat. When's the last time anyone had a Twinkie? I know they do deep fried Twinkies at State Fair, but I haven't had one of those in a while either.
I like
unsubscribe.
I like the Hostess Swiss cake rolls.
Oh, the black and the chocolate, the dark chocolate
I put them
ring.
in the freezer. I love them that way.
And you freeze them?
What?
Because I suppose they don't really totally freeze. They're kind of.
They still got that cake sponginess. I also put my M&Ms in the freezer. I freeze all my chocolate.
Frozen M&Ms?
They know the exact date.
Huh? Why wouldn't you know the exact date? 2004-ish. EDC Squirrel opened a knife from Amazon and it was a piece of wood and a bolt in a pouch. I didn't have a blade on me, Portal. I took it out of my pocket when we started talking and we were sitting here chatting and then I set it on the table. And so I just went to turn the AC down because I had it set warmer when I was gone. And then I forgot to drop it down because it's hot today. And then I decided to go to the bathroom because it was like so convenient. It was like right there. Said, hey.
I didn't hear a shot.
No. Give it a go.
So one thing I've been talking to and now I'm dropping the name, so I feel horrible. Orbital Knives, Eddie Martinez. He has his knife. He's making an XL version, and you can either get G10 or titanium, and it's going to be bigger, and it looks really nice. And if you haven't seen his regular one, get on the computer and check out Orbital Knives. It's like $80. Nice micarta for Dan, titanium pocket clip, and a really cool blade shape.
Orbital. I'm half deaf. Orbital Knives. And then which one am I looking for?
All
of them.
He only has like 3 of them or something, so it's the main one. Not that one. It's not those two.
This is the Fornax. That's the Daco.
But there's those right there.
Which one? The Callisto.
Yes, the Callisto.
That one. Ooh.
So that's really cool. But now he's working on an XL version. But I've been thinking about picking one of those up, and he said, "Oh, he's got the XL coming out." And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Well, this one is it's only 7 inches end to end on this one.
It's gonna be like a full inch bigger on the XL, I think, at least a full inch.
It'll be 154 cm. Anybody have orbital knife?
Orville Flickenbacher. That's gonna be the name of my character in my adult film.
Neolithicus. So he ate a bad Twinkie.
Ew.
Eat a bad Twinkie, that might ruin your day.
Yeah.
See, they stay good as long as they're sealed. If you open the seal and then let it sit. Blade length on that one is 4-inch handle, 3-inch blade. So, yeah, 7-inch overall, Dirty Dan. Do you think the quality of cold steel knives has dropped? Discuss.
That's a tough question. I don't think so. I think they have their higher end and then their obvious budget end, but they don't separate the names. You know what I mean? Like the really nice ones, they have like the S35 and then they have the light in like Oz 10. But then they're like 8CR and stuff. They don't have like a sub brand name. You know what I mean?
Right. It's just all cold steel.
Right. As far as I've had my hands on, I've never had an issue. Yeah, it does come with a titanium pocket clip. So
This one here, oh geez, oh my God. Back it up, turn it around.
is that the mini
Cold
tough
steel
or whatever it's called?
tough light.
Mm.
Like this is look at, you can see it's dirty. I cut
I've been looking
boxes
at
with
those.
this. If
It's
you
just a
get
nice
in there
little
and you can just
box
tear
opener.
through boxes. Like this thing is a beast. It's got their
Back
lock. It works good. And just the shape of this, you can get like right here and just really get into some boxes and tear it up. So I think some of their ones, even their budget
They're
ones,
large size folders.
this one's the Thin Wolf, Cold Steel Thin Wolf. This is another one that's not too expensive. That's a sharp edge. This works good. Just another one of those. They've got their lock on there.
I'll tell you what I really like, and if you're looking for like a daily folder, this is the Code 4. This is the clip point. You can get spear point, aluminum handle, back lock. For cold steel, it's got a thin handle. It's about the size of the blade, but it's still really tough. S35,
Okay,
and it's
user.
like right under $100. But it's definitely 3.5-inch blade. It's full
What
size.
blade steel on that one?
S35.
Nice.
And sometimes they're even on sale for less. This is the one I recommend to people a lot.
Old school cold steel. I got this one like 20 years ago, probably.
I agree with you on that, Robo. I've got some I want to pick up because I've started whittling.
You a bit of a whittler?
So far, I'm
Can I
just
whittle
cutting
wood
wood
with
down
you?
to nothing, and I'm not making very much, but I'm trying.
You just just making toothpicks, bro. Just making toothpicks. Dirty Dan loves his mini tough light.
Oh yeah, the price point was around the 95 or 85 to 95, I think. And sometimes on like Chicago Knife Works, they'll have them on sale for like $80, and they're an S35. I really like it.
And the tough light's all like $30, 30, $40. Best box shredder is the Tri-Stash V2 that I don't have yet.
Here's the problem I have. I love Seafoam, and he's going to have a Seafoam blade, the Seafoam G10. But for the same price, you can get The black titanium.
You got to make a call.
I mean, it's the same price.
This one here is the original, and it's got the problem. Ugh.
But you know what, Dan? Version 2 is a inset bolster.
Yeah, I know. So it's
So
different.
that'll be perfect.
And I'm going to get the Ultim one. So
I'll probably end up with a black tie one.
it's a fun knife, but I can't flick it out. It sucks. I got to really move my thumb.
I really, out of a lot of the knife channel guys' knives, that one looks really cool to me. I haven't been able to check one out yet, but that blade shape speaks to me.
In the right hand, it's really nice. In the left, the V1, I don't know, struggle with it. You got to put a voice changer on there. Dirty Dan's going for the dark mode Tiffany blue. Yeah, Ultim, PP Stash, the pistachio.
That'll probably be like one of the first to go, and he's keeping a very tight lip on release date, which is driving me nuts.
Well, he doesn't know for sure. He's still waiting to get them, and if you haven't got them yet, you can't really give a date. You know, it was like KC was like, "Well, I might get them tomorrow. I might get them in a week, or you know." So I don't know. I see it. It'd be nice to know, but if he doesn't actually have them in hand, you can't really give an exact date because.
I just want to throw the money at it so that I know that when they do come in, it's on its way.
Right.
Or maybe a smaller channels can get a hold of one early, so we don't have to be the last guy to review it.
Right. I didn't every day. Maybe somebody posted a link to Blade Binge saying that it's coming soon or something like that. So I don't know if they posted in Blade Binge, but it doesn't have a date. It just says coming soon. If that's what he was linking or what it was.
Thank you, Fred. That's I really appreciate that a lot.
What's he saying? Oh, when I'm done with these, I can send them minus the rattlesnake to Justin. Yeah, because I'm probably gonna buy that. Yeah, the Tri-Stash is one of those.
That would be cool.
So then you would be able. That's right, Fred? I got 3 different. Yeah, this is from that one. Lanyard Man would be like, no, that one was in my box, and then Neil and Valley like, no, that Tri-Stash was mine.
You got to keep those boxes separate.
I got it worked out. Definitely a couple cool knives. What was the name of this one again, Fred?
Hello, New England Sharpest.
The Homer something. My eyes can't read
That's
that
pretty
small.
cool.
This was like made in the guy's garage. Look at the finish. Look at where that blade just sits. That looks like the back. That's the blade flush. Just sitting there, nice little piece of Damascene steel. Just
and the other thing,
right up.
It has the ball at the end of the pocket clip. And I've heard some people complain. I love those. Those seem to be pocket clips that work.
It's cool looking. It's a fun little knife, little custom. Boom. The winner. It is a winner. And then the
Half-face blades is a good site. Okay. Half-face blades. Half hard axes and awesome. I'll write that down.
We'll look at. Oh, really? So this is flat. This one's a flat. It'd be cool if it was a hollow. I think that groove though, it's crazy because it looks like you can barely get to it. Like I'm barely touching it with my thumb, yet it still flies out. You can barely get to it, but it still flicks out like every time. So it's like you seem like it doesn't have access to it, but it actually flicks out really, really easy. Like it gets a hold of it. Even though
He puts
the
out
detail
really
is
good
good.
knives.
It's fun.
That what's the other one he just did with Kubi? The other one, where it has the hoop sticks kind of more roundish. That thing, the action was ridiculously good on.
I do not recall. Robo wants to try a ball clip.
I think Dan and I just need to come up with a knife together that's going to be a bolster lock with a ball clip that's got like a 4.5-inch blade.
Mm, mm. And it goes like this.
And it sings.
And it sings.
Hey, CMB has one of those blades that go like this, Dan.
Oh, yes, who's in here right now? I just reviewed one. I'm not supposed to talk about what's in that box, so I can't post all those reviews until
That's
the
on my
box.
list.
But it's wild. I almost took it because it's cool.
It's like a front thing, right? Like it's got like just like a little.
It's only a front flipper, and it's got that wave to it. It's really cool. But it's such a non-functional.
It's just cool.
It's just cool. It's like, do you know if you would? It's like, I don't know if I'd carry this. It's like sharpening it sounds gross, but it was really cool, you know. So it was like, I'm looking forward to posting the video. It'll be probably a week or two.
Hey, Arizona. I actually just got told it's dinner time. It's Taco Tuesday, so.
Taco Tuesday, soft shells.
Burritos tonight.
Burritos. Oh, so your tacos today are burritos.
It's Taco Tuesday, but so we just do Mexican items. I do agree, though. Soft shell tacos are the way to go.
Mexican Tuesday. Well, I like to have both. I want like a couple of each. And then maybe I want to take a hard shell and then take a soft shell, put the beans on the soft shell.
And then wrap that in a pizza.
And then wrap that in a pizza. Then deep fry the whole thing.
And then wrap it
into a chicken.
Yeah,
dude.
Oh,
delicious.
Man.
Delicious. I'm down. So you got to bail?
I got to go.
All right. Well, have a good dinner.
Okay, so Robo said we need it to be an assisted inset bolster left carry only with a gooseneck clip. The Justman Dan.
It sounds awful.
Oh, I'm in.
It's making Kathleen sick.
The food or the knife?
Maybe both.
You should order a pizza, Dan, and then cut it with that.
I don't have it anymore. I already passed it. I put that in the mail today. But it was cool, dude. It was definitely
that lights up when you open it. Perfect.
Well, plus, what is it? It's like $230.
And it's not big.
It's a small knife and it's wavy, so it doesn't really have as much of a function other than you're like, ooh, this is neat, open and close. It would be your second carry that you would show off to be like, look at this.
That's the knife you go from Mall Ninja to I just bought my first premium and I'm still not sure.
I don't know. Yeah.
But
what was it called? Wavy blade. Yeah. Anyway.
I gotta bounce, but it was wonderful talking to everyone. And
for sure, everyone go sub to Titanium Justin and watch some of his videos. We only need to get him another 50 hours. We're gonna get him to make a horizontal 10-minute video.
Not about knives.
And I don't care what it is about. And just be like, my journey, or whatever,
I'll just go sit in the woods.
or just go outside and throw knives at the stump for 10 minutes or something. But like
I
make
did that
a
last
video
week, and I had a
because
bunch
then
of
we can
deer come
all
up
watch
next to me.
What?
I did that last week. I had deer come up next to me, and then I was throwing knives and stumps. And
See, so you need to post that video 10 minutes long, and then we will all go watch it. And us watching it will then get you 50 more hours.
there we go. I'll work on that tomorrow. I'll call it the Dan episode.
Oh God.
The
We
Kenman.
want to help get you there. We want to help get you there.
I appreciate it.
Cool. Well,
Who's
have a
she
good dinner.
saying that to? MPG just said hi, handsome, and then deleted it.
Boo. Oh, then she handsome.
Oh, there we go.
She added a plural so that it didn't like we would have had to have a fight. Like, oh, who was she talking about? Who was she talking about?
Man. Well, you guys have a wonderful evening.
All right.
Talk to you
Have
later.
a good dinner with your family.
Will do.
Later, bud.
See ya.
Kathleen, can you believe it? MPG was only going to call one of us handsome. Oh, MPG got her knife. You guys go check that out. She won a giveaway a while back for a custom. It was a cubit, and we did a laser mark to it, and I got that out to her. She did the unboxing for it yesterday. Or was it today? It's yesterday. What's going on, Kodiak Edge? What are you up to? Do I still have? I do. I do. Been trying to watch some of Kodiak Edge's stuff. Go subscribe to the old Kodiak Edge if you haven't. I've got it right here. Copy. Paste. Took forever. Yeah, because I was gonna mess around with it. No, this last month has been ridiculous. It's like when someone waves to the guy behind you. Yeah, we've talked about the Ozzy passing. That's unfortunate. I've seen him a couple of times. Have you seen the Pickled Steel Uru knife? You should order one and video cutting the terrible taco pizza with it. Ozzy did have a long life. That is true. He sure lived it full. Let's look that up though. Pickled Steel. I've been meaning to kind of check out Pickled Steel. I know a few of the channels have picked up a few of them. What is it? Uru? Oh, I spelled it wrong. Pickled Steel. Terrible taco pizza. All right. Pickled Steel store folding. Is it a folding or a fixed? Then he lived for his last performance. Yeah, someone knew like a couple. What I heard his last performance was like a couple of weeks ago or something like that, and it was really good. What does Kelly have? Who's Kelly? Oh, it's a fixed blade. Maybe I just need to type or is it Ulu? Did you mean Ulu? Oh, Kelly's mismatch. What did I miss about Kelly's mismatch? Oh, she's involved with Pickled Steel? I was not aware. I did not know that. So did you mean the Ulu? Crazy looking knife. These are cheap. $20, $30. What was the folder that everyone's been getting? Rough Rider. Rough Riders? Don't they have? I suppose just go just Pickled Steel. 223. Are these like knockoffs? Hmm. Hmm. These all look like other knives. Like they all remind me of other knives. Like this right here. That's exactly the same. See that? This is not a Pickled Steel. This is X-Took. This is the X-Took seed, which is exactly the same as this, and they're calling this the Faruqi Black Pickled Steel brand. Look up the history of Pickled Steel. They aren't clones, but have the rights to some patterns. Huh. Because I don't know. I mean, I look at a lot of knives. I'm not trying to say anything bad or whatever. When I look at these, I'm like, I see a Civivi, I see a Civivi, I see an artisan cutlery. These look just like the I don't know, there's several companies that make those. It's like they have the designs, but they don't call it. And this one here, that right there, that is the Remet Rhino. Exactly the same as a Remet Rhino. So the Ragnar Blackout, Pickled Steel, doesn't say anything about Remet. Huh. I am kind of confused. I've never really gone on Pickled Steel's site, but I'm like, we're looking at all the Pickled Steel knives, and a lot of them look like other knives from other companies. I'm curious. It's like they don't have the. It doesn't say anything like oh well, this is the designer is so and so or whatever, and then like it has like the designer logo on it or something. I'm not seeing that. This is definitely what's the name of this one? That kind of looks like the Bulldog or the Kaiser. I'm huh. I'm in this right here. This is a CJRB or a Civivi for sure. This one too. I've seen that. If their culinary line is also connected to Husk, then they're bad because Husk has been proven to be some pretty poor quality. I actually had a video. I bought a Husk knife. A bunch of people were talking about how like they were saying it was from Japan, but it wasn't, and they had a big lawsuit or whatever, and YouTube pulled my video. Alejandro G subscribes to the channel. Thank you, Alejandro, for subscribing to the channel. Welcome. We love talking about knives. This one looks super familiar too. I am so confused right now. Oh, this is a Remet. Look at this. Exactly the same. My lighting, sorry. That's the same knife. Except for this one's a Remet. 14C, it's the same materials. Wow. I'm so interested. Like, how do they have all these? That's an artisan cutlery. That kind of looks like a Dylan Mallory design. This is a Civivi. Oh, I've seen this before. Um, there's Kelly right there. Hi, Kelly. How's it going? Yeah, I haven't really spent a whole lot of time on Pickled, and then we go on, and I was like, I want to look at the actual. MPG became a member. MPG celebrates 14 months of membership. Look, a long time now. Moving within the month. Moving within the month. 14 months for MPG. Thank you so much, MPG. Much appreciated. But yeah, Kelly, I didn't even know you were affiliated with Pickled. I've seen a few unboxings from a couple of the channels. I never really went and checked them out, and so we decided to go. And then I'm looking at just the Pickled Steel. I feel like this is one I've seen before. When I was looking at Pickled Steels, like I think Aries might have reviewed that one. Does that sound right? Uh, so how do they get a hold of the catalog knives like these Remets, but then it's not called Remet at all? It's called the Pickled Steel Hikari. Interesting. So somehow he's getting the rights to these. They're not knockoffs. They have the, but why wouldn't they put the maker's mark on there? Well, I guess the maker's mark isn't on this one though either. Very interesting. Very, because it's like there's all these knives that are. Hmm, what do we think about that? That's because if it is the same, it's like they have you have to get the rights to use the design. I'll pickle your steel. So Remet lets the company license them, but then that's so weird. Because they've got like a dozen, at least there's more. I just went on the first couple pages and I saw at least 10 knives that I've seen the knife from another company. That's wild. Very interesting. I don't know what to think about it. I don't know. I'm not informed. And so I don't like to make judgments based on lack of information. But initial thoughts, had I not known anyone, not been in discussion with anyone here, and just happened to roll across this page, I would start looking through this page and be like, wow, this company has ripped off a whole ton of clones right here. Because I don't see anything that's, like, oh, designer is Remet or whatever. Like I feel like that's, I don't know. I guess if you are affiliated with it, I would take that as a piece of feedback because you guys should put in on the site, like, oh, have you got the rights to these? Maybe there's an about page or something. But like if I was just on my own, but I was a knife lover, I'd go on here and I'd be like, oh, well, that's a Civivi ripoff. That's a Remet ripoff. That's a this. And then I wouldn't even buy anything from this company because I would think they're cloners. And I don't want to jump to a conclusion. Kelly, I'm trying to read some of your information. But I'm just trying to learn because you said, Remet lets company license them under Remet making them. Right. I was just saying as a piece of advice for someone who's not knowledge or not in the community like we are. If we go to this page and I see all these knives that I've seen the designs for from the other company, and there's like 3 or 4 different companies, that should be listed in there. Be like, oh, this is a licensed from, either the designer or the company that gave you the license for it. Just to, because if it, totally legit, you should be able to say, oh, this is it just seems crazy that I've seen so many different knives that I've seen all these knives from other companies. And I don't want to downplay without being informed. Or don't buy clones, right? But if what she's saying is these are not clones, these are licensed. Like, okay, this is the Remet Rhino, but they're basically have gotten the rights to this design and are making their version of the Remet Rhino and calling it something different, but they've gotten the permission to use said design. But it looks like they've gotten to use permission on like a dozen designs from multiple companies. And that's what I'm saying, Nick. I haven't found that on the website, but we have Kelly in here now trying to help give us some info on it. That's a good point. That's kind of what I was getting at, was like, without bringing it down or being negative or whatever, like, I think it should post up like, oh yeah, we are in negotiations with Remet and with Civivi and with whoever, and we have the contracted license to use these designs. I haven't, like I said, I'm basically ignorant at this moment. This is the first time I've ever been to the site. I just recognize a lot of these blades. I actually own at least 3 or 4 of them from different companies. Remet is making the knives for different companies as catalog knives, so you can put them under their name. It's legit. If Remet had an issue, they wouldn't do it. Which is, I'm totally cool with that, Kelly. But as a person, like I said, I'm in this community, so I'm here. We're talking. I get information from you. Is there somewhere on the site that discusses that? I haven't had a chance to really peruse the site. And I'm interested about. That's great. I'm glad that he's upfront about it, but where is it on the website? Is what I want to know. Is why can't I find it on the website anywhere? Would just be my piece of advice is if he talks about it stuff on lives and stuff, what about the people that aren't on lives? Right, because all I'm saying is like if I'm like, oh, someone said go check out Pickled Steel, and I go to Pickled Steel, I read the About Us page, I read the Contact Us page, and then I go to the knives, and then all you see are knives, and it's like says made by Pickled Steel. There is no information. And as a layman who doesn't do research and stuff, I'm just trying to be, here's a positive thought for the site. This is definitely a positive thought, is if you have commoner type, non-researching type, quick to make decisions types that go to your website, and then they go and they say, oh, the Django Green made by Pickled Steel, it doesn't say anything about like licensed design from the designer, doesn't have the designer name on it, doesn't have the designer's image on the knife. I would see this and I would say like, oh, that right there is a clone of this Remet knife, or not this one, I'm sorry, of this Remet knife right here. And so again, not trying to be negative, I'm just saying that someone who's quick and short and who a lot of people are in the world today is they'd go to your site the first time, they would see this, and then if they knew about that knife, they'd be like, oh, this is a clone. And if they're anti-cloners, which everyone should be, they wouldn't spend any more time even on this site. They'd be like, well, that's a clone. But if like right here, it could be like designer Remet or whoever the designer was. And that's just a piece of what my personal thoughts is like you got a site. I would think that, you know, getting the rights to something is something that you do. You've done that, might as well tell everyone you did it. And if he talks about it in a live, that's a thing, but I'm just a person going to a website looking at things and I see 10 different knives and I'm like, I have that one, 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 and that's 4 different companies that aren't this company. That would make me think that this company is a cloner. Kelly, I think we're having a communication problem here. I'm not being negative. I'm not saying these are clones. I'm saying a lot of the world will go to this website and not get the information that you are giving us right now. The information you are giving us right now should be on the website. I'm trying to give positive feedback to help you sell more knives. Because there's a lot of people out there, they would go to the site and they would be like, Yeah, people are in the chat. They're listening to what I'm saying. And what I'm saying is these are not clones. They have licenses for these. But if you go to this website and you are not someone who is in the know, there's nothing in here that's leading you otherwise. Does that make sense? That's that. I mean, I feel like I'm trying to give positive feedback here, Kelly. This website, this knife right here is a knife that's in the catalog. Pickled Steel has the rights to it. That's great. But I also have this Remet, and nowhere on here does it say anything. It doesn't say like designer, like right here under this brand, blade, handle, US available, whatever, you can put designer, so and so's name. And then when you look at that thing, it says, oh, that's the same designer that designed this. They have the rights to it. And then it's obvious on the page. Does that make sense? I'm not trying to be negative or anything like that. I'm just trying to say, like, you should make it obviously clear to people so that people don't get misled. Anyway, check out Pickled Steel. They've got a ton of knives. What time is it? 6:37. Wow. All right. It is Tuesday. It is Tuesday. I hope all that makes sense, Kelly. I'm just trying to give positive feedback. I want to check out the knives. I look on there, place an order. I would even maybe consider placing an order for one that I already have, so that we can do like, let's see if there's any differences in anything of the design. Right on, Ground Fog. It's kind of industry standard practice to do the catalog knives. Right, Kelly. There are companies and websites on the internet that are cloners, that don't care, that just do whatever they want. And right now, their website and your website have similarities. You know what I mean? Like, if it's an industry standard should be to tell people the designer name. Like, if the designer is the designer and you have the rights to it, list the name of the designer. This should be listed right there so everyone can be, the people that do their research can then find it. With the world that we live in today, people do not do research. Pickled Steel has a whole group of knives that are South African designers. That's great. That's great. But imagine I'm just playing the devil's advocate of a knife person that has a little bit of knowledge about knives. They're going to go to this site and they're going to think that they're all clones. There isn't something that tells me that they're not clones on the site. They are not clones. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that people will look at the site. Right. A lot of people don't do research in this world. And I think in the knife community, not saying anything about your site particularly, but in the knife community, there are a ton of websites that have a ton of issues. There are some big names of companies that I really like. But when I go to their website and I type in a search, it doesn't work right. And then it defaults to something, and then you have to go and fix it. There's other sites that just they don't really put it together. And I think in the age that we live in, a lot of people are online shopping, and they go online, they get a taste in their mouth for what they feel when they go there. So if they go to the site and everything's real easy, real simply put together, easy to find the sales, easy to find the stuff, it kind of lets you know all the information you need without having to research somewhere else. People tend to continue to go to that site. So that's like a piece of like business advice that to help the company grow and be even at a higher level is really work on that website, really work on making it easy for people to find it, put all that stuff there. I know a lot of companies, when you go to theirs and you look at it, it'll say the designer's name, it'll say all these extra little details in their descriptions. And if you put those in there, that's only going to make more people enjoy their time researching and then potentially buy more knives. Kung Fatty feels better about buying Pickled Steel. See, we're informing people that now will maybe go there, but like I can totally see how there's a group of people. I don't know. Put the country of origin, OE, the OEM, right? I mean, give all the information that you can. How about those Empire troopers? Where's that Orlock, bro? That's what I'm talking about. I want an Orlock. That's what I want. 1931's design. Hopefully it comes out soon. Hopefully it comes out soon. And I hope everyone sees that as like, I wasn't trying to be negative. I'm just trying to think about like, if I had my own website, what would be things I would think about? Right. But there should be, I don't know, I can't see why they wouldn't want you to be able to say, oh, this is our OEM or this is our designer. But it's definitely an interesting thing. I've never really seen that before, and that a company has a catalog of several different brands. Interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. You guys, I do have my knife review of this case. This is the S35 VM case, and it's going to be a controversial video. I kind of give Case the hell. I give it to him. I give him the business. I have 5, 6, 7 cases here. Every single one of them has a wobbly blade. I have 5 or 6 Rosecrafts. Every single one of them is a solid blade. This is another S35 VN higher end case sod buster. Wobbledy, wobbledy, wobbledy. That is just horrible and unacceptable. We've got the budget line Gateway from Jack Wolf. Solid. No movement at all. Things to consider. 1931's got a slip joint design. Interested. Gonna start making Rough Rider clones. The dollars are gonna roll in. Didn't Rough Rider clone the Nimble or something like that? That's kind of been a thing. September is only a bit away. I know. I'm still mad at you for not grabbing one of those Jack. I didn't even get one of my own Jack Wolf when I was there. They were sold out really fast. They had them on the table, and you would have thought that they still had them, but they sold out super fast. So even after the first time I went up there and I saw them all on the table, they were already all pretty much gone. So unless you knew what was up and knew you were going to get one of those pretty quick, they were gone. This is me being mad at you for 12 minutes. Me too. You guys are mad at me? I hope I'm not making people mad at me. I never said they were clones. I wanted the information. I got some of the information. I gave a piece of advice on what I think. I think that they should add more information to the website. I think that's all positive. Potential forward progress. I picked up this petrified fish This one unfortunately doesn't have a name. A lot of petrified fish, they'll put a name on the clip or something. This one's like just like the 838 or something like that. I thought someone said they use the clutch lock for sure. Um, Naps uses the clutch lock. So Naps, Lander, the Lander 2 has a Kaiser clutch lock. So this is Naps, and it has the clutch lock from Kaiser on it. So that's something that I've seen done before. Maybe that's what you're thinking about, Alex. Your son took your 3D printed dragon off the dresser? Oops. So yeah, I know that there might be another company or something that has used Kaiser's clutch lock before. So I've seen that, or like Civivi Super Lock. Then the tactile turn, the Chupacabra has the super lock on it. But in all those situations, like when you go look at the Chupacabra, it says right on it, super lock technology. Like they basically say what they use. I was told there would be punch and pack. I was told it would be punch and pack. It is Tuesday. Is Tri-State not going live? Oh, Everyday City Carries live right now. Kaiser Knives. Oh, Everyday City Carries doing a live with Kaiser. July 2025 live. I did a live with Kaiser once. Once. NAFS has multiple OEMs. Right. But then that's another thing too. Like Tri-State had his made in Bestech, but we know it's from Bestech. And what other company uses Bestech? Yeah, Jack Wolf. Now they don't tell you who their OEM is, and then some people will say it's QSP. But the difference with that, Brian, is they're just not telling you who made it. There isn't another one, you can't go find another company that has this exact model, so not knowing the OEM isn't the same as straight up, where is it? Straight up selling this. They sell this Romet Wild series and they call it the Django Green. And it's exactly the same. So it's not a clone, it is a licensed, they have the license for the design, but you go on their website and it just says the Django Green and it's a pickled steel. They could say, oh, design, like, because there's OEMs that are the manufacturers, but there's also like a designer, like if I go, here we go, right here, Concept Fenrir. And that is the Sparrow design. So the guys from Sparrow, Strix is a knife I ordered from there. That is another company. So they make knives, but he designed this, and so his design has rights on it right there. So there's kind of there's a line, there's a little bit of difference. So not saying who your OEM is and not saying that you got the rights to I don't know, it's just kind of interesting. It's fascinating. This one, Concept Fenrir, this is an awesome knife. This is a premium lefty version. Nice front flipper. So I know it's backwards. Everything's backwards. Read my shirt. but this is a lefty. Got the shredded carbon fiber, titanium. See, you're right. Adventure 50 kind of makes a point too. Clones are different than counterfeit knives. Because a clone would be like a straight up where I'm telling you that this is a concept Fenrir and it says concept on it, but it is in fact a knockoff, a ripoff. And so they're actually putting the same name on it and selling it as if it is actually that versus someone who takes a design and then just steals the design, or if someone who gets the rights to a design. There's a lot of different differences, and so it's kind of the wording and what the actual definition, is of it. But having the rights to because I know there's a couple of models. Isn't there a couple of models where they are trying to think? Oh, okay. Like the banter isn't the wasn't the banter trying to think. I'm trying to think. There's a couple of knives I know of where there's definitely versions at like two different companies that you know about. But you're like, oh well, that looks just like this, only it's bigger. What is that knife? I have it. It's like a bigger version from another company, but it looks exactly the same. But they both say right on them like who the designer was. And they don't necessarily have to put it directly on the knife, but they should advertise it. When you go to buy it, it should be, name of the knife, country of origin, materials, hardness, designer, like all those should just be part of the list. A great knife is a great knife. I don't care whose name is on it. Right, Cliff. But we are talking about so let's say you designed a knife. You spent the time, you had a prototype, you invested, you made 100 of them, and now you're selling them. And then you go and find some company that literally took photos of your knife and have now made it and are selling it for $20 less than yours. You're not selling any, but that company is now buying all or is selling them all. And they literally just saw your picture and stole it and then now are making them. See, it's like I don't want to you say you don't care whose name is on it. Well, as like an artist, to me, it's like I hold that very high. Like if you make a design and then someone straight up steals it, it's not, it hurts. It hurts. It's not cool. It's like especially just draw your own thing. Remet doesn't list the name of the designer on my example knife. No, they don't. No, they don't. But is Remet the designer? Or you know what I mean? Because if they bought the design rights from Remet, then the name would be Remet. Then they would be like, oh, designed by Remet and Company. I don't know. This is an interesting discussion we have going on today. It's just if I want to support people and I don't want to support to me, a big thing with it's like content on YouTube where all it is like green screens. So like there's a little person down here and they're watching someone else's video that they made and they're just saying, oh, look at this video. Isn't this awesome? Subscribe to my channel to see more awesome videos. Well, they didn't make that video. All they're doing is posting it and then getting you to subscribe to them for content that's not theirs. Like if you want to see that cool video that just happened, go to the channel of the person who actually made that video and support them. So to me, like that's in a way, it's kind of like though it's watch me, watch something else, check me out, look at how awesome I am watching this other content that you could just go to watch that content and give them the credit for making their content. It's like Shifty Sellers on Blade Bench with no boxer certificates. I know how a lot of people don't save boxes, so sometimes that's a thing, but I have all my, I have them all. I also have space in the basement. Is Tri-State not going live today? Anyone? You out of town or something? Oh no, there it is. How come I don't have a notification? Subscribe. It's not even, it wasn't even available. I had to go to his thing. Sometimes YouTube. All right, there is a link to Tri-State. He is starting in about 3 minutes. In the art world, if you change 30% of the image painting, it's not considered a counterfeit or forgery. 30% really isn't that much. I used to live in LA and I knew people that were in the industry that would work on movies and stuff. And like the way that like studios would work out there is like you have a script and you bring it into a studio and you're like, here's my script. And they look at it and they're like, oh, it's pretty good. We want to do something with it, but there's some changes we need to make. Because when they make the changes, now they get to be part of the script writing. Oh, well, we also wrote this script. But the thing is when they make the changes, they'll take your perfect script and they'll be like, oh, yeah, we changed Jason's name to Jared, and we changed Chris's name to Christine. And that's all they'll change. But now they are writers on this script that you wrote and you're trying to sell. And that's kind of the way they just jump on and like, oh, we're just going to coattail off of that. Yak it. Just got done at Zion. Woohoo. What's up, Knife Fanatics? Zion? How was that? Is he really on his yacht, Salvo? It's still, if I bring up a new page on YouTube, it's not even showing me that he's going to be live in a minute. What a weird. Yeah, the notifications haven't been freaking gorgeous. Must visit. Yeah, Zion would be definitely one. Zion, Arches. I'd love to get to those areas right there. What you doing in Zion this time of year? You go whenever you can, Alex. You go whenever you can. All right. Well, I don't know when or if he's going to start up, but I did post that link. If you want to go hang out, talk some more knives. Yeah, I'm going to research Pickled Steel a little bit more, try to see if I can get some more info. But I think that if they got a good thing going like they do, they should just update their page, update the website a little bit. Maybe even just go into their About Us. I mean, if he's publicly talked about it in lives, then he should be able to publicly write about it on the page, just even in like the About page or something like that. But I think that that would be good just for those people that are out there that don't spend the time, don't do the research, that just make snap judgments, because they might still be good people that would enjoy some of your knives. Makes sense. All right, y'all. Been good, been fun. Stay sharp. We'll see you soon.